Hello, friends, and
Wha
welcome to Tabletop Dubshot, a live action role playing game of all baristas. And with me today is Bayla,
Val.
PE,
Luca.
and Jordan.
Fierce.
I still got
We
it,
have
you
s we have s
guys.
we have such intense names.
I love it. Very cool, my friends. Last we left off, the rain continues to fall as Val and Pierce finish reading the final journal entry. And seemingly from everywhere and nowhere, all they hear is
Are you holding the journal still? Or did you put it down?
No, I don't think I put it down. I'm still
So you're
holding
still
it.
like okay.
Val, did you hear that?
Oh my god, thank god you heard that. I thought it was just the voices again.
Do you regularly hear voices?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I don't know where it's coming from. Throw that thing down.
I don't wanna throw it. It
Place
belongs
it
to
down
the place.
gently.
Yeah, okay.
You were
I
done
just set
reading.
it back down where it was.
yeah, you originally had grabbed it from like one of the drawers near the bed. But you guys are kind of left alone in this room. And if you guys recall, you guys kind of had to like force your way into this house to begin with. The house itself had been boarded up, and you guys had kind of had to pry your way through. But in the room you are in, it is still like dark. All of the windows themselves have been fully covered up by these like massive planks of wood that have just been like kind of quickly nailed to the wall to kind of prevent people from getting in or out.
I think I used a cantrip, right? Before. Pretty sure I did, because it's dark.
Yeah, I think you just use a light spell, but cantrips don't use up any magic spell slots. So
Okay. It would still be going, right? So we just
yes, yeah.
Mhm.
So the light itself is still present. It's still on.
So it was in is it it's in like sorry, I'm trying to remember where we're
Yeah,
at.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
in the nightstand. Is there like the journal would be in the nightstand, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there another nightstand or any other like substantial pieces of furniture in the room?
You look. The only other thing is a dresser.
Well, we're already hearing voices. We might as well go check out and ransack the other things to see if we can get any clue. And I walk towards the dresser.
Yeah. You start opening it up. You're looking, and it's just clothes neatly folded. You look around. The room seems to be have just been left as is. Doesn't look like anything was like packed up. But as you are looking around, Pierce, you're also able to like take a glance around. The bed is made. You look around. Nothing seems to be like taken. The drawers or the dressers themselves seem still full with clothes. So it's not like as you're looking at it, doesn't seem like clothes were taken away. It doesn't seem like there's like an absence of clothes or anything like that.
So whoever was here wasn't planning on leaving and or they were taken before they could prepare to leave, I
I mean, it
think.
doesn't seem like anybody cared anything.
Before they could. At
True.
least they made their bed.
Do you want to leave the journal here?
Yes and no. I feel like did we finish the art like the the journal entries? It was the
What
last
was
thing.
written? Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's just leave it in its place. I do not want to be followed by any apparition unless you would think otherwise.
I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with the journal. I think the journal belonged to whoever was living here, and whatever we heard may just be why the person that was living here left.
Take this just as evidence.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Pierce will go back into the nightstand
Grab it.
and put it. Do I have a bag?
Mhm.
Or like, okay, I'll put it in my bag.
Cool. Sounds good. As this is happening, Buka, you are outside. At this point, you are underneath this shed that's attached to like the side of the house, almost like an open garage. And so you guys were able to like bring the horses in there just as the rain was starting to fall. So at this point, like you're hearing the rain kind of like pitter and patter on like the roof of this like open garage above you. But at this point too, like you've kind of obviously keeping guard, you are being aware of stuff. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception. 15.
15. As where do you think Buka would be looking at this point? As you're kind of also trying to obviously you're aware that people went inside, so you've been left to your kind of your own devices at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But you are also aware that you are kind of like in this exposed
Yeah.
area by the lake.
I think Buka is hanging with the horses and just trying to pet the horses and get to know them better while keeping keeping a good eye on them and keeping an eye out for just movement around. There hasn't been much. So I think my confidence level in there probably not being anywhere here is, or being anybody here, is rising.
With a 15, as you're looking around, the animals themselves are incredibly well trained. These are like royal, or like they're not royal horses, but horses that are kind of used in by a lot of people at first. But as they were purchased for Val after many, many apologies for different
Of course.
reasons. But these are like incredibly well trained horses that don't really like panic. Like you guys had already been in a situation before where you guys had been fighting, but that you realize that their eyes are wide, they keep glancing back and forth. And the only kind of calm is you being there, petting them and maintaining that.
Can I kind of tell what, like, in which direction they're feeling this fear from?
The lake,
From the lake.
which you guys are only about 50 feet away from.
This is a borderline lakefront property. Like the only thing between us and the lake is the road.
Correct.
Ah. I think I'm gonna position myself in front of the horses and keep my arms up next to them and kind of yell, Gregory, Gregory,
Yes. Yes.
come here.
There's like quiet for like a second, and then you kind of hear like the little pitter patter as he makes his way to you.
I need your help.
Yes. What is it?
I think the horses are scared.
There's no reason to fear. We are
I-
all capable warriors. Well,
Absolutely.
looks
yes.
at you. Some of us are
Mhm.
capable warriors,
We are,
but
we are both very capable warriors, and I go to pick him up to put him on one of the horses to hopefully keep the horses calm, but I don't tell him that I'm doing it. So I just pick him up and I go to place him on one of the horses.
oh, yes, okay. The horse doesn't quite buck, but moves a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he kind of starts to pet the horse as well.
Yeah. And I just move over to the second horse and start petting it. And then I kind of yell out to the rest of the house. I say, guys, hey, are you, hello? Are you guys still there?
You guys hear this as you guys are like walking in the living room.
Okay.
I think we should hurry. We're coming back.
The horses are scared. I'm not scared. The horses
Just the
are
horses.
scared.
Just the horses, indeed.
It's just the horses that are scared.
Just the horses.
And I think Gregory and I are both petting the horses on their necks, trying to, by calming them, hopefully we're calming ourselves as well.
Yeah. As you look, Gregory, I'll say this is added onto like your 15 perception check. He's an intelligent speaking creature.
Mhm.
But you do see like as he is also looking around and attempting to pet the horses and kind of calm the horses down a little bit as well. You do notice a primal look in his eyes as he
Is also getting nervous.
100%.
With my tabaxi lineage, do I also feel a primal like reflex or instinct?
I think go ahead and roll me insight. You go ahead and do it with advantage.
Insight with advantage. That is an 18 to start.
Love it.
Ignore the next one. It's an 18.
You start looking around. It's that feeling when you know someone's watching you and you can't quite exactly pinpoint where it's coming from. And you start looking, I think automatically, kind of almost reflexively look towards the lake. And at this point, it's not quite a massive storm, but it is raining. The wind has picked up enough where the actual, because Lake Elder is massive. And so at this point, the waves are very choppy as you see that there's a pier not directly in front of this house, but a little bit off to the side, but you have like a good visual on it. And you see even like the pier starting to like shift a little bit just from like the waves crashing into it.
I think I'm gonna turn to get the horses ready
Mhm.
and yell out again, guys. I think we gotta go.
Oh, where should we go now? I mean, this is where we thought we were coming.
Yeah, I don't think the horses like the water, so I think we should just get the horses safely away from the water, and we can regroup from there. Maybe you can tell me what you found in there that took you so long while you left me outside by myself. And I'm like slowly I'm like pulling the horses out from underneath the shed to try to like get them ready to go.
As you guys head out, you are able to share the the creepy messages that you guys read.
I think at this point we've already hopped and loaded everyone back onto the carriage. And I think Buka should direct us to where we're going with the horses.
Yep. This way, forward, and away from the water, please, horses. As I'm like holding on to the reins, but I think the horses kind of take over on instinct as to where they want to go. Yes, this way. Yep, up the road, away from the water. Come on now. So you guys read a scary story. How was it?
There were voices. Don't know what they were saying, but they said something very loudly.
Voices from the story?
You didn't hear them?
No. All I heard was or felt was a an urge to get away from the water for the sake of our horses.
We know you don't like swimming and water.
Mm-hmm.
You sure it wasn't that?
No, I'm purely looking out for the well-being of our esteemed steeds, and hopefully they will be safer now.
Are you steering them or are they steering us?
I've put down the reins. They're just going.
They're just going. Perfect.
Yeah, they're moving like with a little like
A trot.
trotting down the road. Where are you guys headed? You guys are in this fully empty town.
The horses are leading us.
I think this is a great time, Gregory. If you'd like to take us to wherever you're from, is it away from the water?
Yeah, a little bit. We're nearby. As yes, you see at this point, he seems to be composing himself a little bit. Yes, it's only maybe a few hours away.
Okay. Oh, okay. That feels good. Do we get all our supply? Did we get everything we needed? Is this creepy stop in this town over? Can we be done?
I mean, we were looking for the restaurant for Pierce, right? He was the one who was showing us where to go? The empty restaurant?
Pierce, I think your memory of this place is a little bit dated. I'm not giving any good reviews to any of the friends back home. That's for sure.
Gregory's like, this place sucks, man.
This place big sucks.
It's not my fault it was empty. Obviously, something is going on.
You should have known that they closed.
Yeah, the whole town just closed.
Yep. This place sucks so bad. Everybody moved away.
Yep. Okay. And then you know what? We're gonna do the same. Okay. Let's.
Yep.
I'll show you my home.
Yeah.
And horses get a little bit faster. You guys get back on this main road, basically exiting the same way you guys had entered the town. As that happens, everyone go ahead and give me a perception check.
I don't want to perceive.
I even when I want to, I don't.
Ah! It was
Hey!
that nat one.
That one, love it.
What'd you get?
I don't want to see.
Nat 20.
Covering my eyes.
Bro, no way. Buka also got a nat 20.
Oh,
Ooh,
For-
give me totals. Give me totals.
Oh,
Right. 20.
20. Hey, I mean, 20 is still great, and 7 at 20. As you guys are going, I'll say that Val, as honorary / official horse girl, you're leading like the charge. You're like making sure that the horses are moving at a quick pace. And so, if you guys remember, like the main road that you guys had entered is kind of like above the lake a little bit, and then the path you guys end up taking down went down, brought you guys close to the lake. So as you guys are heading back up and you guys make your way to the main road, you start going. Your focus is on getting out for Buka and for Pierce. There's a point where, again, the rain at this point is just landing, and you guys can just hear the sound of wind, as it also seems to be doors seem to be not aggressively, but you can hear the sound of either like shutters, like window shutters being affected by the wind, or the doors, or even some of the shingles. As you guys are going with those 2 nat 20s, there's a point where you guys are going, and then it's just absolute silence. You still feel like the rain landing on you, and it's almost like when your ears get plugged up, and then it just the sound of a drop of water, just silence again, and then immediately all the sound comes rushing back to you. and you hear a couple different doors from nearby crash open as figures start coming out from different doors. I need everyone to roll initiative.
No. Oh man.
I don't want.
I think Buko reactively just grabs the reins and yells, "No, no, no."
I got a 2, so you can do that.
I got an 11 on initiative.
Give me totals.
11
Oh,
total.
hold on. 9.
19 for me.
Of course.
Jordan's taking my good rolls.
And then 19.
Nice.
Very cool. You guys did not roll great. Pierce rolled great though.
Mm-hmm.
As sound immediately comes rushing back, and you hear the sound of doors just crash open, shadows in the doorways of a couple of the different doors to your left and to your right as figures are exiting. As you guys are looking, just dressed in commoners' clothes. Everyone go ahead and give me perception checks before we hop into initiative.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. I think Buka is very much focused on going forward and is not
21.
looking at anything. He got a
Mhm.
6.
Cool.
Now I perceive.
What'd you get?
21.
21.
I got a
21.
9.
21.
And then what did Pierce get?
9.
9. As your attention is actually brought to it, Val, you notice that, I'll say with the 21, you notice the person closest to you. It's this person immediately to your left. It seems to be like a human woman, probably like in her like early to mid 30s, kind of like light brown hair that's just kind of like covering like part of her face as the wind is still kind of like hitting, and the wind is like making the hair kind of block part of her face. And as she walks out, starts kind of like stumbling, almost like when your feet have fallen asleep because you've been like sitting on them for too long. And as the wind kind of picks up, you just immediately just see where her mouth is, just a gaping hole that continues up her cheek towards her ears, as you can see part of like the teeth underneath it. Pierce, you are first act.
Hell yeah. I feel like Pierce is just very reactive, so he's... What's the closest one? Is there one?
The closest one to you at this point is probably about 20 feet to your left. And it's the one that Val saw that is kind of like
Okay.
missing part of it.
Did my perception of a 9 to let me know like, how many there are at all?
For the 9, handful.
There's
think-
the
I
one,
think-
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you notice multiple.
Yeah.
But I think your mind is processing like the actual fight, and then your eyes are kind of darting back and forth. So you don't quite get like an exact number. But I mean, you do notice a handful.
Cool. I'm gonna go for... I know the carriage is still moving, but I'm not gonna hesitate. So Pierce is gonna jump out towards the one and enter rage as he jumps.
Wait, are you jumping off of the carriage?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Bonus action rage, love it. What does it look like?
for sure. Like a second of slow motion. It's like he jumps out and everything's regular speed, but then like just as he's about to hit the ground, it's like it like slows down, and then as his second foot makes contact, it's like regular speed again. Definitely like plants because he's jumping off a moving carriage and wants to make sure that he doesn't fall. So
Twist ankle.
so big focus on the landing for safety.
Bears!
I think that's an athletics check.
No!
Bears, no! Bears, no!
It's so funny. You jump off the carriage and the carriage is still moving normal speed, but then you slow down. And we're like, whoa. Is that something I can learn?
Scary.
I thought Pierce didn't have spell. So now that I've landed, I'm gonna go for that first one.
Yeah,
Got
you see
the
that as
Pierce
you're coming towards it, its eyes like lock to you, and as it makes it draws its attention to you, you just see dull eyes. They clearly perceive you, but there's no light behind them at all.
Yeah, I don't like that. 20 feet, you said?
Yes.
Cool. We'll use my movement to get to it and swing. I'm gonna go two-handed swing on this first one.
Do it.
Like in a charge.
Hell yeah.
Rage does. Okay, sick. I got 14 to hit.
14 is going to hit.
Thank goodness. We are going to do Oh yes, max damage.
Hell yeah.
Huge.
13 plus 2 with my bonus rage damage, so 15.
Ooh, baby. 15 points of damage. Hell yeah. What does it look like as you go and attempt to cut this thing down?
Pierce was like in a charge at this thing, so he doesn't really know what it is or what he's really swinging at. He just knows that something's wrong. So as like he swings, he goes like from the right down like through his like neck to go across the body.
As you go, you know that this is like a cut that 9 times out of 10 will drop most people, right? And as it goes, it cuts deep. Like you can tell at this point, it's like gone through the shoulder, gone through the clavicle. Like at this point, your actual blade is partway through like their torso. And then you could tell like they just fully stop. And there's this moment where you're used to some degree, especially in like in the midst of battle, you're used to almost like the spray of blood. You're used to kind of like a grunt of pain or a shout of something, but instead it's just like you're hitting just a sack of flesh and no blood. And this creature looks at the blade and the wound that you've caused, and then looks back at you.
Nice.
Very cool. Anything else from Pierce? I believe that's bonus action and movement.
That is all. I mean, is the blade stuck?
For flavor, it's stuck, but like no.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, you're able to.
Can I guess insight check to see? Obviously, like the face is like it looks like nothing's going on, but I guess maybe try to perceive whether or not I did damage, but it's like a zombie-like creature, so it doesn't feel it.
Go ahead and roll insight.
And 8.
8. It's hard to tell. Like the absolute absence of emotion or blood or anything like that, I think does nothing to give you any form of like information as to like how damaged this creature is. Like you like clearly like the wound is deep, but it's hard to tell and gauge exactly how hurt this creature is.
Got it. Yeah,
Very cool.
that'll end my turn.
Cool. At this point, 2 of the of these creatures that have kind of like walked out of the houses have made their way, and they're making their way towards you guys, but in doing so they're also standing like in the middle of the road as they are like seemingly like attempting to like you don't even know if they're intelligent enough to like do this consciously, but you know that they're starting to like swarm. So you're able to see this because you're off to the side. But with that is going to be our boy Sir Gregory.
Nice.
With that, he is going to he's going to join you. Actually, he's going to use up his movement, his 25 feet of movement, to get to where you are, and he pulls out the rapier that he had used earlier during his fight with the dire wolves. And you see that he hops off and just says, Sir Pierce, I'll be right there, and makes his way, and then kind of does like a little jump, pulls out the rapier, and he's gonna roll to see if he hits. Our little guy gets a plus 5. 10 plus 5, 15 does hit. We're gonna roll damage. Oh, where are you, my D8s? Where are you?
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
Oh, nice. 10 points of damage.
Nice.
As he goes and attacks the one that
Does this hit Pierce?
Pierce is down.
Oh,
you guys missed a lot while you guys were gone.
so sorry. Had to feed Moku. He was
You're
crying.
okay. No, you're okay. Cool. As you go, you immediately see you get like this like deep wound in, and almost like you guys have been doing this forever. There's like this synchronized moment where you like move, like you remove your blade, you kind of take a step back, and Gregory uses like your body as kind of like a catapult and is able to like use you and jumps over you, and with the rapier just deep in like direct forehead, and you see that this creature falls down.
Hell yeah.
As that happens,
One down.
As that happens, gets back up again.
Mm.
So Gregory's like, I killed it, right?
That's what I thought.
Cool. As this creature that had been falling down, you again deep cut to like the torso, just a full like cut to the head, and then just gets back up again. That is going to be this is one of the has attempted to kind of block your guys' path. Just side note, something that I was mentioning to Pierce, just because he kind of was able to see it from like the angle that he's in, because he went off to like the left of where you guys are at. With some of these creatures, like they're starting to like block the road. And at this point, you don't think that they, as you guys are looking at them, you don't think they're necessarily like intelligent enough to be like plotting that, but it just seems like they're starting to swarm. So at this point, they have they're in the way or about to be in the way of the horse and carriage. So
Slow moving though.
incredibly slow moving.
Okay.
But that is gonna 2 of these are gonna use movement. You guys rolled so low.
Yay.
It's okay. One
That's
of
drama.
them gets into melee. It has to use its full movement plus dash to get to where you guys are. But 2 of these creatures, again, also you're noticing just the one that Pierce attacked and has been fighting with Sir Gregory seems to be like the most blatant like wound kind of that you see as far as like visible like damage. But as these other ones are near you, Val and Buka, go ahead and give me perception checks. As 2 of these are now gripping onto the where the driver's seat is for one, and then the carriage for
Mm.
4.
6.
6. As you guys are looking at them, not the best of rolls. As you guys are looking at them,
I said 24.
oh, 24? I thought you said
Oh, did
4.
it cut out the no. I had
Oh,
24.
yeah,
I got a
that's all-
19 plus
that's all I
5.
heard.
Oh,
I
I heard
24.
4 and I said 6.
Cool. With a 6, I'll say even with a 6, Buka, you can tell that there is like a lifelessness like to these eyes. You don't know what these creatures are exactly, but like you there's just something like unnatural. Something like in your tabaxi brain is like
Yeah.
telling you that there's something unnatural about these things. With a
Mhm.
24, as you're looking at them, they don't look alive, Val. And the ones that are closest to you right now, it's a weird thing to describe, but they almost look waterlogged.
They look wet.
Bruno Mars is very aware.
Very. But that is so they use all their movement. So 2 of them are attempting to get close to you. 2 of them are actually like attached at this point to the one again closer to the driver's seat, one towards like the actual carriage. The other one that's gonna go is gonna take a swipe at Pierce, and that is gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yeah. It's
You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 3,
nice.
because you are in a rage. As this thing gets back up again, it just takes like it's not pretty, but it just takes like a swing at you, and it just kind of clops you upside the head. That is going to be Buka with Val on deck.
Perfect. I have a thing climbing up next to me. Or is it-
Yes,
Yeah. Can I just try to kick it off? Is the cart still moving?
it is on Val's initiative.
Okay, so but as far it hasn't stopped yet.
Correct.
Right.
We're gonna do. I'll let you guys.
You
Saving
cut
throw.
out.
We're gonna roll some wisdom saving throw for the horses, just because they're starting to swarm. So
Perfect. I think I'm going to can I reach the horses from where I'm at?
I mean, it would use up like 5 feet of movement. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna touch both of them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast heroism on the horses.
Very cool.
Nice.
Let's go. I'm gonna cast heroism on the horses because a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points.
Ooh,
Wow, immune.
very
Immune to
cool.
being frightened.
That's
Let's
huge.
go. I'm scared, but they're not, and that's what matters.
Very cool.
Heck yeah! And I'm using a 2nd level spell slot to affect both of them.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Heck
Any
yeah.
bonus actions?
Bonus action. Can I can I see Pierce from where I'm at?
Yeah. He's only like 20 feet away.
Oh no, I'm not allowed to do 2 leveled spells in the same turn, huh?
Fortunately not.
I yell encouragingly at Pierce and say, "You got it. I believe in you. We'll meet you on the outside of town."
Sir Gregory's like looks at you, Pierce. Are they leaving us?
And I throw a thumbs up. Can I give him a
knew-
bardic inspiration?
100%.
Okay, perfect.
Pierce, he looks at you and just the most. I knew he would leave us. He must be forcing Lady Val to be doing this.
And I can't hear Gregory say this, but I have a feeling. I go, "We're running away, right?" To Val.
Yeah, I
we can't-
don't know why they hopped off. Is it
Very
my
cool.
turn?
That is going to be Buka's turn. Val, you are up.
Okay, let's start my turn by saying more expletives, but also
Beep.
why the did you guys jump off the thing? We can't kill the undead.
We do not run away from the undead.
How are we supposed to know they were undead?
Look in their eyes.
I am now.
Okay, great.
You're seeing
Um,
in Gregory's eyes just immediately swap. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I see what you mean.
100%.
So get your asses over here ASAP. From that, I would grab the reins and not stop, but slow down and try to jerk the
Yeah.
the carriage to, like, you know, when in the movies when they're like stuff is hanging on your car and you like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
try and get them off. I want to do that.
Hmm, very nice. Hey, are you gonna tell Buka you're doing this before, or you just gonna?
You
just
have
gonna do
cat-like
it?
reflexes. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can also communicate stuff. I'll
Oh, okay. Hey, please put your seatbelt on. All hands and feet inside the vehicles at all times. Thank you.
Buka just looks down.
There are belts.
There are no
There's
seatbelts.
been belts.
Oh, really?
This is luxury, people.
Cool. I am rolling some
Really?
strength saving throws just for like holding on.
Mhm.
You are able to get one of them off. I rolled incredibly well. So very, very sorry. I rolled a 19, a 15, a 16, and then an 8. So like I rolled an 8, immediately kind of is unable to hang on.
There was 3 attached.
There was 3 attached. 2 they were about to kind of hang on. So as you move the horses forward, they grab on. But one of the ones that was closer to the back of the carriage, that one, let's go. So the one close to the driver's seat, and then there's 2 close to the horses. So at this point, they're like on the horses.
My movement.
That's the horses' movement. You still
Oh.
have your movement.
Okay, cool.
And you're able to also move them 60 feet.
Cool. How are they gonna catch up though?
You know,
Can
that's
we move them less?
We can.
yeah,
we
yeah,
can-
yeah, yeah.
we
You can choose how many
rip-
out of
Yeah.
60 is the max.
How fast do you run? We have to do some math equations.
We can drift in a half circle.
Can we drift in a
Yeah,
half
make-
circle?
Turn. Yeah. Turn around us.
Yeah, drifting around. They go. "Arr!"
Sir Gregory speaks up. If you would like to pick us up, we wouldn't say no.
I'm trying. I'm trying. So we're gonna skirt and like kind of do the little drift around them, right? Would
You
that
kind of
work?
curl back around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
That is still the horse's movement, though. Yeah.
Still the horse's movement.
Okay, great.
Please roll to Tokyo Drift.
I wonder if you know.
Little did you know that Val. Fun fact: Val is a horse girl, but also a car girl, an ABG, if you will.
Ah, okay.
I think that's the most equivalent in like fantasy to like real world.
The camber on my carriage, and it's my
It's
carriage is on back.
Why?
It's on
Why?
back.
Why do our horses have spoilers on? Absolutely haunting.
There's actually a spoiler on the carriage, and that's what the
Like the mini
undead was holding
ones.
onto on the back.
That's what they're holding on to.
It's our fault.
No.
So my father likes really expensive imported carriages, as also in the jewelry business. It happens. You know what happens. Hold on, let me look at my sheet. Got lost.
Val, you still have action and bonus action.
I do. So, is the ones I don't know what to do. I want to cast Hail of Thorns for sure, but I
Yep.
don't want to hurt Sir Gregory and Pierce.
If you want to aim towards the one that is closest or that they are currently in combat with, there's a pretty good chance that you'll end up hitting them. There are other, like you're seeing other of these undead.
Could
Uh,
we do the ones that aren't attached to the carriage, but the other undead that's like approaching the carriage
Yes,
from
yeah.
like
There are
top?
two that are basically going to be blocking your exit out.
Hail of Thorns,
Are
yes,
they
yes.
behind? Are they behind us now? The ones that
They're
are blocking
behind you
our exit?
now.
Yeah.
Because
So
they
go
went.
ahead and drop your red shell backwards.
Yeah,
That way, that way
that's
we
what I
can.
want to do.
Yeah. Uh
Yeah.
I hate it here.
huh.
But we'll go ahead and roll your bow. Or roll to see if you hit, sorry.
Is an 18 hit.
18 does hit.
Perfect. And then we'll just do this to make it easy. I got a 6
Nice.
for damage of piercing damage.
Well, that's just Hail of Thorns, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a D8 plus 4.
D8 plus 4. Hold on. It's
Yeah.
been so long.
You're okay.
This one is it. What's D8 look like? Please
Pyramid,
cut
ass
this
to
out.
ass.
Pyramid, butt to butt.
Perfect. D8 plus 4 is a 2, so a 6. Again.
6 points of damage. So you do 6 points of damage to one of them specifically, plus an additional 6 to
Both.
Let me do some damage.
Damage.
I'm just trying to slow them down. We're not gonna kill the undead.
Weird.
They're
Reflex.
already dead. We want to make them deader?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Mm.
deadest.
In Tokyo.
Fast and Furious.
His Mario Kart reference just made me think of Star Power.
I was hoping more for a bullet.
Just got coconut mauled.
All of us are picturing this scene so differently.
Any or that counts as your bonus action.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, you're able to move the horse so that it's like within 5 feet. It's literally right in front of the house where because Pierce and Gregory are currently fighting on the porch. So
Up on, losers.
very cool.
Get in,
As-
losers. We're going shopping.
As that's happening,
Running away.
you guys are all able to like look, and then more are starting to come out from some of the houses inside. But you're also noticing as you guys look, again, you guys are on this bodies starting to come up from the lake.
That's not the Loch Ness monster.
That is going to be Pierce.
Gross. How far away am I from the carriage now?
Now you're 5 feet away. They use their
Man, they almost hit me. That's
Skirt.
crazy.
You decided
Where-
to jump off the moving carriage.
And we're fine. Where are the two still attached? Are they both on the same side? Are they on opposite sides?
One is closer to you. The other one is closer to where like they're like actually like they're holding on to like the. So at this point, like the horses literally have these these undead on them, and then one of them is still holding on to where the driver's seat is.
Okay, cool. But same side of the.
Correct.
So they're both on the side that I'm about to essentially get to the carriage.
Two of them are. One of them is not. One
Oh,
because there's
still 3 attached.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought there was 3 and then 1 fell off.
There were
4, and then one
there's
fell
4 and 1 fell off.
Fortunate.
So 2 of them are literally on the horses.
Got
off.
it.
Pierce is on the porch as he does a math problem real quick, trying to figure out how many dead alive bodies are on the. And was this carriage always dropped this low, or
I have bags. Whoop.
we know you have bags, Val? You brought all your bags.
No. The airbags that. These are different bags, and not the
Right.
bags for our money, but bags.
Oh,
Let's
there are
see.
different types of bags.
Yeah, you
I'm
know when
going
you
to.
get-
Where's Gregory? He's right next to me.
Yes.
As I go down to grab his essentially his horse collar
rough.
of his armor, I'm gonna Gregory get the one off on the other side, and I'm gonna toss him onto the
tossing this boy
Okay,
all
Yet
the
again, we are
On the-
throwing
on the-
Gregory.
onto the carriage towards the other side.
Mhm.
In my head, knowing that he's next,
Yeah.
and then I am going to go for the one in the front first.
Okay.
I guess I don't know what it would be. Not a shove, maybe a grapple. I essentially want to try just pulling them off.
We can go ahead and we'll do it as a shove attack.
Okay, cool.
With that, it does require a little bit of movement, and so the one that you guys have not been able to kill will get an attack on you.
Okay.
But it's just you leaving there. It's just an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
14 to hit.
Nah, he misses.
Takes a swipe, but you're too quick as you toss Gregory to one, and then you're able to take a swipe. Are you on for the one by the driver's seat or the one that's with one of the horses?
My thought process is going for the one in front,
Cool.
so that once I'm done with that, as the carriage is moving, I still have an opportunity to get on.
Hell yeah. Cool. It'll use your attack action, but
That's fine.
so go ahead and roll. I believe it is an athletics check. Yeah.
Oh, athletics not.
Or
Wait.
sorry, you roll to see if you hit. My bad.
Oh.
My low guy was gonna.
Oh, I guys was thinking that it was just like
Little
a
guy.
strength competing strengths.
That's. I mean, it's gonna be based off of a little bit, but you got to make sure you can actually. Or you know what? Let's just make it a contested strength because you're trying to like rip them off. Baby.
Yes.
Go ahead and
That's
roll.
what-
Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
That was what I was hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roid rage.
You're trying to
Well,
beat
that's anything strength
Wait.
related. I get it.
Wait.
So
Yeah,
I
don't-
got a. Don't what?
Renee, don't say what he's trying to beat because he has a D6 he can add to this if he
Oh,
if he
okay.
so chooses.
Oh, well, without adding anything to it, I have a 23.
So it's really close. Got a 12.
So close. Oh my gosh.
One of the ones attached to the horse, you're able to like rip them off. So there's still one attached to the other horse, and then one attached to like the driver's seat still.
Right. Cool.
Um,
As I like reach out and pull the one off, I'm going to action surge
love it.
and do the same to the one trying to get into the driver's seat.
Right on.
Athletics again, correct?
Yes.
15.
13.
Oh, come on.
I will pull the second one off, and as I pull the second one off, my like other hand reaches for the carriage itself, so I can pull myself up.
Yep, you have the movement. You're able to pull up. Right on. Two of our little guys are starting to make their way towards you, and that is going to be Gregory's turn. Gregory is not going to attempt a
Gregory.
shove attack. He's going to attempt to hit this thing. 100% hits. 22 to hit.
Nice.
For another 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Bye bye.
I picture when I threw Gregory somehow similar slow motion right before he landed.
Right in the neck. And no blood, but you could tell like it kind of like is like affected slightly by it. But that is going to be so many people. One of them is going to take a swipe at Gregory.
Oh.
No, Gregory.
Does hit and does 5 points of damage to our boy.
Son of a bitch.
This is the one that's like attached to the horse. The other ones are going to use their movement plus they have to do kind of like a dash action. But two of them are able to climb on. So one's in the back of the carriage, and then one of them is the other one was on the driver's side, right side. There's another one that's able to attach itself, and it starts climbing up to the driver on the left side because that's the side that's to the street.
The opposite side that I just climbed up.
Correct.
Okay.
And then another one's still kind of far away, but it's using its movement to get to you guys. And then the last one that's going to go is it's the one that you guys haven't been able to kill yet. Going after Pierce, a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Goes and misses.
La Hugh. Zahar.
That is going to be Buka with Val on deck.
Oh no. Okay. I am touching both of the horses' butts right now to make
They
sure
kinda-
that
Are heroic.
yeah, they're heroic, and they are good horses. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. I want. How big is our cart? How big is our carriage?
It's a pretty decent size.
Good size. It's a boat. Is there a way that I can position myself on a side of the carriage with zombies with undead on it?
Mhm.
That's not within 50, like I can be away like 15 feet away from everybody, or no?
Unfortunately not. Not if you're aiming for ones on the actual
On the carriage.
carriage. Or if you want to aim for something in the back, just at the risk of the back of your carriage.
No.
At the risk of the back of the carriage. Okay. I want to
There
Okay.
are other ones that are like like I said, like
Behind
at
me.
this point, like multiple are starting to come out. So
Cool. I'm going to cast or run to the back of the carriage, past Gregory, and say, "Hey, keep going." And I'm going to cast Thunderwave on first level out the back of the carriage to hopefully let go of some of the undeads holding on to the spoiler.
100%.
Okay. You need to con saving throw 13.
I'm gonna be so real, bestie. Out
Yeah.
of all the saves,
Worst
con
one.
is their best one.
Are you joking, my butt?
I mean,
Uh,
makes sense. They're unfazed
Mm.
by
Yeah.
pain.
But
uh,
I'm channeling my bad rolls to Renee right now.
cool. I'm rolling 2 rolls. They each add a +5 to
Perfect. 6.
a 2 on one of them,
Woo!
and then a 15 on the other one.
Dang.
Bummers. Okay,
You have
so the one that
undead.
rolled a 2? Yes. Question.
There's an undead in the back of the carriage that Buka essentially just ran by.
Yes. Or like it
You
had
made it
just
climb
climbed
in,
on.
Oh, okay. I thought one already got me.
Well, one
No.
got in.
One is
Into the
in.
back of the carriage,
One is
right?
in the carriage.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I have a 15. It's a 15-foot cube centered around me.
Are you
Gonna-
going towards the one that's in the back of the carriage?
Don't hit the one in the back.
I'm gonna run past the one that's in the back of the carriage.
Okay. There's enough.
Yeah.
Sorry. You wouldn't go that much past them that they would invoke a attack of opportunity.
Okay. Are they within my 15-foot cube? Can I also have them roll a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, they are in the carriage.
Yeah, that's okay. I want them to hurt.
Cool.
What about
Carriage
Pierce and Sir Gregory?
too. No, we're in the front of the carriage.
Cool.
Oh,
I'll say that the one, just because I rolled them in the order that
order,
they were kind of like in it. The 2 is the one that's in the carriage. The 15 is the one that's like hanging.
Okay, and there's just one hanging on.
Correct. One hanging on, one is inside.
Okay, so the 2 takes nice 9 points of damage
Okay.
and is. I'm assuming they didn't put their seatbelt on,
They did not.
so they are an unsecured. They are unsecured. They are pushed 10 feet away from me, so I guess towards the front of the carriage.
Cool. Val, you feel just like a body hit you from behind as like you turn and you just see like a broken jaw and again slightly waterlogged as it looks at you like
Yeah. And the
Thank-
one hanging on to the back takes half of that damage, so a 4.
right on.
Are any of our bags and or boxes in the back of our carriage not tied down?
everything's secured.
Everything is secured.
secured.
Perfect.
The
Unless
prop
we
the
lose the back of the
it's
carriage.
not gonna be. So I'm gonna say this right now. I'm about to roll 4. Sorry, I'm about to roll 5 d20s right now. So I'm gonna
Cool.
let you know what these are. I'll let you know in order.
Okay.
First one is gonna be just for the supplies in there.
Cool.
So just your supplies.
Uh-huh.
Let's make it.
House luggage.
Let's just say for the sake of numbers, 'cause it
Uh-huh.
was a 9, right?
Yes.
Because they're objects, so automatically they're rolling everything with disadvantage. So we'll just say
Mm-hmm.
9. 9 is the number.
Well, it says on Thunderwave, sweeps each creature in a 15-foot cube must take a Constitution saving throw. And then, in addition, unsecured objects that are within the effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away. And then that's it.
Okay.
That's
I
This is a luxury carriage.
okay,
Luxury, high end.
so I'm gonna roll.
perfect.
So these will be for what's in there.
Okay,
Just trying to hit a 9, 11.
cool.
Nice.
So stuff is like
Okay.
pushed, like like
Okay.
some stuff like some of like the boxes and crates that are in the back, like you could tell like crack under like some of like the damage of it.
Yeah.
But are there.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna roll 2. I'll just say for the
Okay.
sake, I'm gonna roll 2.
Perfect. I think as you roll this, I'm going to describe how this thunderous wave originates from Buka.
Love it.
I pull out my sheath. My sword is still in it, and I'm going to swing it around myself. And the wind creates this thunderous force that moves out from me.
Love it.
And I 3-point stance with my sword in my hand. And I look up and I see that undead that's still on the spoiler is still there. And I say, oh crap.
So these are gonna be for the axles.
Oh, yeah.
13 for the front one.
Nice. Oh, the front. Dang it.
Nat 20 for the back one.
Let's go. I
Yay,
fixed
luxury.
one. the bags were just a little too low. The force kind of like added just enough air in it to have it not be dragging on the ground anymore. Yep.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Very
That
cool.
was
But this
good.
one, the other one has been kind of pushed towards the front. So
Mhm.
they're still like in the carriage, but there is that window that they're able to. So they are within reach of Val, right?
You guys you can just swing at it if you want.
Pierce is
not
near
delivery.
me, right?
It's not delivery, it's Buka.
Yeah, I'm like right next to you right now.
Okay, great.
Any other bonus actions from Buka?
That is a leveled spell, so again, no. No other bonus from Buka. As a
At-
bonus action, I turn around and see that the undead fell through the front of the carriage like window,
Yeah.
and I said, how'd you get there?
As that happens, Val, obviously, like it's so close to you. Sir Gregory kind of looks back a little bit and just says, "This ruffian, uncouth behavior."
What
I'm
does that
trying-
mean?
You will have a vocabulary lesson after this.
Okay. Is
That
it good?
That is gonna be Val.
Oh, so good, so good. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
Before
so-
Val does anything, I think Pierce would just, knowing just the situation we're in, Val, focus on the horses. I got this.
I will. Horse girl in action. So we're gonna go from. I'm gonna do a little hop and go and ride. We're gonna ride like hop and ride and a fest.
Love it.
And then I'm gonna do a little with my bow, little like aim and shoot the zombie in the window or the undead in the window. My bad.
Very cool. Just because of its proximity, I believe you are going to advantage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll 2d20s, and you're going to take the lower two.
7.
Is that with your plus?
Oh wait, do I have a plus?
Plus 6 or plus 8.
Plus 8. 15. Does a 15?
Ah,
15 does it.
Nah. Thank you.
Woo!
I
Okay.
forget that I have to do
Nice.
math. Nice.
Simple math is hard.
I forget that I have to add in general.
Yes.
So I did 5 damage.
5 damage, right on. As you go, like you just point blank, arrow through the head. The back of like the arrow itself is just still sticking out, like the feathers of it, and it just like looks at you as it just
Really
is
gross.
still kicking.
That's cultural appropriation, sir. Take that off.
Looks at you, is like, oh.
And then I go back to the horses and like I think I like dig my shoe into one just a little bit so they go faster.
Yeah. Use up at this point. Do you want to use up full movement?
Full movement, let's go.
You start making your way down. At this point, you have one on the horse where Sarah Gregory's at, one by the driver's side on the left side, and then you have another 2, one inside and then one attached to the back. Very cool. That is going to be. These ones are using their movement. They're trying to catch up with you guys. That is going to be Pierce.
Cool. Can we pause so I can pee?
Yes.
Roll for P.
BRB.
Nat 20. He did really good.
Wow.
No
he's
hands.
really good.
I quote that so much. Wow, he's really good.
Dang.
I wonder if in the podcast you can hear Moku. Because you can kind of hear him a
Can you hear him yelping?
Just a
Oh,
little
little
bit, but I
bit.
think it's funny. It's an endearing, like little like.
Yeah. I'm trying. I'm like
That's okay.
looking. I'm like looking at my screen, making sure my green doesn't light up. But yeah,
It's okay.
No, but
You're ruining the podcast,
audience
but it's
know-
okay.
No, the audience knows you have a puppy. It's fine. All we have to do is make this picture the puppy,
yeah.
like for this episode.
We should take a picture of Moku.
Yeah. Just post it. Be like, guest star.
He could also be the album episode,
Oh yeah, that could be cute.
unless you don't want your child's pictures, going out until they're 18.
Nah, he can do it. He'll be a child actor, spoiled.
He'll be a nepo baby. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh man,
Listen, all I'm saying is their AC is not that high.
you're right. Yeah. Maybe I'll start swinging on him. but also my AC is not that high.
Yeah,
We're having a good
that's okay though. Hey, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. How many? You have one bardic left, huh?
Yeah.
You can still use some of your
So my skills, yeah.
your.
Because brace is opportunity attack, but reverse.
Yeah, when a creature you can see moves into the reach you have within melee, you're wielding reaction. Continue your dice and make one attack against the creature using that weapon. If the attack hits, add the die to the weapon's damage roll.
Nice. For distracting strike, the way it's worded, does that mean I can use it after? Because it says when you hit a creature, so I can use it after I've hit them, or do I need to choose before?
How did I word it? When you hit a creature with two weapons, you can do it after.
Nice.
Because basically, what it's like, the idea behind it is like you're gonna like hurt it or attack it in a way that's gonna like draw the attention.
Nice. Love that. And then the last one I have, it doesn't show up on my attacks, but it's in features and traits. Where is it at?
What's the other one? Silver Tongue.
Silver Tongue. Yeah, I'm trying to find out where it is on my.
When you make a charisma, or sorry, when you make a deception or a persuasion check, you can expend one Buccaneer die to the ability check.
Nice. Okay, because that one doesn't show up on my actions.
That one, if you want to check on, you have to like click them individually, but
is it? You said features and traits.
Under fighting style, it's
yep.
creative swordsmanship.
Yes, nice.
Oh, I forget you have feline agility. When you move on your turn, double your speed until the end of the turn.
But then I can't move right after that.
You can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your hands. Yeah.
Oh, I can't use the feet again
until you move 0 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, sick. Love that.
That's kind of nice because that one's almost like an indefinite amount.
Yeah.
Very cool, my friend. That is going to be Pierce.
Yeah. So now I'm in, I guess, the kind of the driver's seat of the horses, right? Because Val jumped onto a horse.
What? Yeah, I did. I jumped on a horse.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, on Destiny, and then I went, and then I pulled my
You jumped on Manifest.
All right, I'm on Manifest.
I'm going to the one undead that was like got to the front by Buka. I'm going to attempt to like shove, push, grab, throw out of the carriage.
This one will be a little different because you'd have to like physically grab them through it and then toss. So it's not quite like a shove attack. Because the whole idea of like a shove is like you're literally pushing.
And I can't just push him off the other side.
I'm gonna say you won't be able to back like more than they're literally at the front of the carriage. So even if you push them, like you're not gonna push them all. Like how long is it?
No, wide.
Wide, like 5 feet.
So I can't push him off the side.
They're in the back of the carriage.
Oh, I thought that one of them was shot to the front.
They're through the window. They didn't fly through.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You can take a swing at it.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything
that we know of.
Yeah, true.
Just shove your sword in the window and be like,
okay.
Joke.
I'll go for an attack then.
Go for it.
Yeah. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Thank goodness. Ooh, max again. 15 damage.
15 damage. Oh, it's almost impossible. As you go and cut this one, you are able to just deep into like its actual, just like through the neck. And as you pull back the blade, the dull eyes look at you. It's still kind of like on like half body, like halfway through the window, and does not move.
No. Pierce is visually puzzled that this one didn't wake back up.
Does Buka see the body go limp?
You see the body go limp.
Let's go. And I just see Pierce's sword through the back of it.
Yeah, like just like about an inch away from your face.
Yeah, I go, oh. Nice.
But you do see that this one does not move officially. Anything else from Pierce?
No, I think I'm just going to use, I guess, my movement to sit down and take the reins.
Very cool. If that's the case, the horse can go on Pierce's initiative. And so at this point, do you want to just use full movement?
Yeah.
Cool. They start heading out. That is going to be Gregory. Gregory's still going to be freaking fighting this guy. Ooh, baby. 23 to hit. And then he is gonna do. Where are you at, my D8s? Oh, not as good. That's okay, great. I love you. That is gonna be 6 points of damage at the one that's still on one of the horses. And then, as Gregory goes and takes a swipe with his rapier, he kind of looks at the rest of because Val, you're like on the other horse. He's currently on Destiny, and then looks at you and says, "Lady Val, what are we doing? What's the plan?"
Trying to get rid of them, get far away from them.
Okay, and he is going to see. He's gonna action surge.
Yeah, let's
Nice.
go. That's my
19 to
roadie.
hit. For 6 points of damage. Very cool. The one that he's swiping at already at this point, like literally, like one limb is gone, and he's just hanging on by like the other one, but looks really, really, really hurt. That is going to be that one that he just took a swipe at. He's gonna try and take a little hit, take a little bite at him, and is gonna miss as he goes and attempts to kind of like lunge at him a little bit. Misses. The rest of them, some of them are using their movement. That one is gone. The one that was hanging on is gonna pull itself up and is gonna take a swipe at Buka for an 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Buka, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this one now is like inside the carriage.
Lovely.
And then that is going to be Buka with Valon.
Okay, well, this guy's on the carriage with me now. Is he just barely on the carriage, or is he like he's in it with me?
He's in it.
I'm gonna pull out my rapier,
Let's
and
do
with
it.
a flourish, I'm gonna swipe at this guy.
Go ahead and roll to see if you hit.
We're gonna try our darndest. Come on now. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does hit.
Oh, let's go. Okay, I swing at it. Where's my pyramids? Here we go. Swing at it with my swords. 7 plus 5, 12 damage.
12 damage. Looking very hurt.
Looking very hurt, and I'm just gonna stare at it and try to read its soul through its eyes. I don't know, like this is the first time I'm looking at him in the eyes. I'm gonna try to feel like, why are you doing this?
As you go and look, you realize that you're looking at it in its eye as it's wearing an eye patch on one of the eyes, and you're trying to gauge what kind of secrets they might hold, but it's hard without both the eyes looking back at you.
Dang, I'm going for that eye patch. I get ready to go again.
Go ahead and give me as a gun.
Oh, one more time. What type of check?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Come on. Oh, 18 on the die plus 5, 23.
You're able to quickly grab the eye patch, just like a vacant hole.
Oh, I see. Your soul holds no secrets. The pure stuff is all.
One hand goes up to try to cover.
As his hand goes up, I touch his elbow, so he punches himself in the face.
Takes 1 point of damage.
Is he dead?
Very cool.
Did I kill him?
Surprisingly not. Surprisingly not, you guys. That is going to be, or actually, anything else?
Since I swung, I look back at Pierce. Can I gauge how injured Pierce is right now?
How injured is Pierce?
I'm okay.
You're fine. Val, are you fine?
Yes.
I am the only one that's actually hurt. What the actual F? Can I use this on myself? Where is it? A creature of your choice that you can see within range? Is that
Look in the
no?
mirror.
I'm gonna
Look in
say
the
no.
No, I can see myself. I have
There's
an
a
eye patch.
mirror. Would
I
it there
can-
not be
I
a
look
mirror?
I look down at myself. Okay.
Hold
Well,
on. I'll see what the internet has to say.
okay, internet, please, internet, be on my side.
If there would be a mirror set up so Val could
Gosh,
get in her
dang it.
glam back there.
Yes, you are a target in range that you can see.
Oh, let's go. I whisper a healing word to myself, and that healing word is eye patch.
The eye patch kind of like clamps onto your face.
Oh, yes.
And you heal for.
Where did my dice go? I dropped it.
Boy.
New dice. Hold on.
Can you wear the eye patch in the middle of your forehead?
On my third eye?
Yeah.
And how am I gonna How am I gonna look into people's souls?
What?
They don't have souls, they're undead.
No. Just other people's souls.
Oh, that's when you flip it up. It's like, you know, those
4 plus
sunglasses?
3, 7. Come on.
Go ahead and heal for 7 points of healing.
Let's go.
Very cool. That is going to be Val.
Okay, so on my character sheet, it says I have a dagger, but I feel like I also wouldn't have the dagger on me right now. Can I just take my bow itself and like smack the undead thing?
I would count that as like a dagger hit. It's like you like almost using the
Yeah, just
yeah
like-
yeah.
So yeah, I want to take a swing at the undead that is on Destiny that's messing with Sir Gregory.
Go ahead and roll a d20 plus 6.
Thank you for reminding me. That is an 8 plus 6 is 14. Does it
14
hit?
hits. 14 hits.
Ooh, where are my pyramids?
This one is just we'll do like dagger damage for this one.
Okay, dagger. So it's one.
Just a pyramid. It's a d4.
Oh, one pyramid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then how would you tell which one is the one that is the
Whatever number's on top.
3?
3 plus 4. 7 points of damage.
7. Woo!
Woo-wee.
Let's see. This one is hurt. You do 7 points of damage.
Mhm.
All right. See.
How hurt.
As you go, and then similar to the one that's like its body, it's still hanging through the window of the carriage. You go and like literally through the eye, arrow goes in, and you see that it starts to like let go for a second, and then it just like wills itself back as it is still up.
Boo.
Any bonus actions from Val?
No. Actually, no. No bonus actions.
No, you are good. The one that is on the left side of the driver's seat is going to take a swipe at Pierce for a nat 20.
No. Hey, you're still angry right now though, yeah?
Yeah, I'm still enraged.
You might need to take a nap.
11 points of bludgeoning damage halved to 5.
Nice.
As it just like it hits you like right in the ear, and you kind of feel, but you still in a rage are able to kind of like push past it. At the top of the initiative order, at this point, we've already moved a little bit. Who's in the front? Val and Pierce, right?
Yes.
Pierce is in the carriage. No, right?
Pierce is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I'm in the driver's
Val
seat.
and
Val is on
Gregory are on
manifest.
Manifest
Horses.
and Destiny.
Gregory is on
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Buka's in the back.
Cool. Val and Pierce, go ahead and give me perception checks.
I don't wanna.
You don't wanna. I never roll. Yeah.
I know. I got a 14.
I got
14?
a 9.
9.
I also got a 9 but plus 5.
I'll say right now, like with the hit that you got, Pierce, that your attention immediately is to this thing that's attempting to attack you. On the horse, Val, you look in front of you. And again, at this point, like you can still see, like this is all happening in bullet time. You're starting to see from the like more bodies are starting to come out, even from like some of the houses in front of you and behind you, they're starting to come out. You can see the kind of like the entrance gate that you guys originally came through when you guys entered Ravenford. As you guys are there, you see 2 figures standing at the entrance. They're probably, you guys already moved 60 feet. They're probably about 100 feet away from you. But you notice that one of them is standing at the entrance on the road, and the other one is standing on the gate itself. But they are a little far away, so you can't really quite tell. Can't make out any features. That is going to be Pierce.
Did the horse's movement follow my turn?
It can go
On
before or
my
after. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna use the horse's full movement as much as possible. I'm also there's still zombies that are not sorry undead that are like holding on.
Yes, there's the one that's on the driver's seat. One is still on the horse.
Okay, I want to do a little side shake like Val did earlier. Try to shake them off and like sacrifice some of the distance that I could make with the horses.
Cool. I'll say the only ones in doing this, I'm gonna need a strength saving throw from Sir Gregory and from Val because they're on the horses. So go ahead and roll those.
I'll get advantage because they're her horses.
No.
I tried.
15 will be enough. Sir Gregory rolls a 3.
Oh,
Oof.
Go get him.
So with that, also did not roll great. I rolled for the 2 specifically that are either on the driver's seat the horse, the one that's in the carriage. Both did not roll great. An 8 and then a 10. So as that happens, there's like a point where one of them is trying to take a swipe at you, like from like one horse to the other, Val. And you see that Sir Gregory grabs it by its arm and pulls down and uses its momentum and takes it with it. As the horses kind of move a little bit, as you're doing this zigzag pattern, you just see tumbling as like dust and mud. At this point, rain is still coming down as Sir Gregory gets up a little bit, as he is next to two of these
On the ground.
on the ground.
Whose turn is it? It's Gregory. No, it's still Pierce's turn.
It's still mine.
Think about
You
what
can
you've
swipe
done.
for him. Save him.
Sir Gregory's like, just leave. I'll hold him off.
No.
Sir Pierce,
No.
I can handle them. Just go.
Is there any rope in the carriage?
There should be.
Somewhere in the back.
Can I guess, attempt, and maybe you can just tell me this isn't going to work, but can I attempt to leave the driver's seat to get the rope and toss it to Gregory?
Go ahead and roll me a d20. We'll count this as a luck check. Just kind of having rope ready to go. I'm going to say
I
you
feel like
want-
that would be under the seat, though. That would be a place to keep.
Can
it,
I,
like an
before you tell me what it
emergency,
is,
the
because
rain. You know?
I rolled okay, but I'm not confident.
Okay.
I want to use my Bardic.
I will allow that.
On the luck check, let's go.
I will allow it.
Is it a D4 or a D6?
D6.
Oh. Yeah. Do you want me to tell you what I got, or you want to tell me what I need?
Go ahead and tell me what you got.
Okay, 21.
It's underneath the seat. I'll say you were able to grab some, and then you're able to. It's like 100 feet of rope. So you.
As I toss it, I'm just tossing because I know Gregory fell off, and then my focus is tying it off.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Cool. I think my focus now is going to be knowing that I just need Gregory to grab onto it, and then can I hold my action then, holding onto the rope in like a plan of a reaction to as soon as he grabs onto it to start pulling it in.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
And you already know that he's after you in so.
Yeah. So I'll be like two hands ready to pull as soon as I see him get a grasp. Gregory, grab on.
Sir Pierce, I know you wouldn't leave me behind. He sees it and immediately jumps and grabs onto the rope.
Sick. With my, I guess maybe it would be like a strength or something to see how much I'm able to pull. How much like distance I can make up.
You're in a rage. Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Strength check, right?
Yerp.
It will be 19.
Oh, with the 19, I'll say that you're able to pull. You're able to pull like 50 feet. So he's still about 20 feet
Off.
Yeah, but he's a lot closer. At this point, he's just holding on. And I rolled a strength check for him, and he rolled an 18. So
Nice.
that is going to be. Oh, what's the distance? Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. At this point, because you've already used up an additional. At this point, they're only about 40 feet away as you are getting to the gate and able to like leave the city. You're able to see these two figures. Both of them are the one on the ground level is in armor. They have a mace at their side. You're looking at the figure above that's standing on the gate. In their hand, they have a bow. You see them, they lock back and shoot at the one that's next to you for 8 points of damage.
Let's hope that's where they were aiming and not just an unlucky shot.
Also,
For
why do they have a bow? I have a bow.
this one does 8 points of damage. Let's see. Ooh, very cool. Pierce, this one, as that undead goes, try to take one more hit at you, gets hit in the arrow, looks at you, and falls off as it just
Oh.
collapses into the mud.
Nice.
That is going to be the only one left. Is the one by Buka, looking incredibly hurt.
Nice. He looks good.
He looks really good because he just rolled an at 20,
Oh, no.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, sick. So 9 points, half to 9. As I get hit across the face, I slowly turn to face him again. I move the eye patch over my eye. And I say, just for that, I hope I never see you again. And I swing.
Go ahead and roll.
17 on the die.
Definitely hits.
D8. Where's my pyramids? 4 plus 5 and 9 points of damage.
As you go,
didn't
you
like
see that it fully just collapses, and like half of its body is hanging off the carriage, and then
Mhm.
like a bump from the just fully knocks it off.
And as he falls off the carriage, I whisper, "And I meant that.
Oof.
I'm not taking that back. I don't want to see you again." In case it wasn't clear, I don't like you.
At this point, just on the ground somewhere.
This is a really long whisper.
Any bonus actions from Buka?
I guess can Buka start pulling on the rope?
Yeah, I'll allow you. Still
Yeah.
have enough movement. Just go ahead and roll a strength check.
So that's a total of 2.
2. You are able to move it 2 feet.
Perfect. I go,
1.
and me pulling on it, I think I just kind of fall backwards 2 feet. I didn't actually
Pull.
get it.
That is going to be Val.
There's no more zombie or undead. Sorry.
Hey,
I mean, you call them
we
zombies,
need to have a discussion about the difference between a zombie and an
zombie and
undead because
There's
I
no more things that we're in combat with currently.
yeah, no, but
not
real
with you, but you do.
The
As
two
you look,
people.
it is genuinely horror movie, like zombie film.
I'm hop back into the driver's seat and then also help pull the rope.
Go ahead and roll a strength check for me.
18.
You're able to pull the rest of the rope up.
yeah, you pull me all the way to the front seat as well.
Perfect. Can I, when he comes, can I embrace him and just be like, "You're back"?
Lady Val starts
Buka
crying,
is
fully covered in
also-
mud.
Okay,
is also
we'll
hugging.
hug you.
It's a group hug.
Except Pierce.
At this point, Pierce, they're only about 40 feet away from you, these figures. As you are getting closer, and I'll say this is kind of happening like simultaneously, you notice this almost like an orb of light start to emanate from the figure that's on ground level as it uses its movement. It uses about half its movement. So it moves about 15 feet forward. The one that's on the gate itself is brunette, leather armor, has the bow in hand. The one that's on the ground level, blonde hair, about average height, in armor, and they have a mace in one hand. And as they kind of move forward, they call out to you, and the voice that's on the ground level, the one that's in the armor, "Let us join you. We can help. We can assist."
She moved towards us.
Yes, about 15 feet. So now they're about 25 feet away.
25. I will. I mean, I'm already moving with the horses, so I'll guide the horses to like go just next to her and not slow down excessively, but slow down enough that it's like more comfortable for her to like grab on.
Cool. Very not quite like Legolas from Lord of the Rings, but she's able to kind of use the momentum and just is able to hop on. The figure that's on top of the gate, you hear like the thunk as they land the top of the carriage. As this glow now fully goes around the carriage and the horses themselves. At this point, she looks at you. You haven't been able to see the other person that kind of joined in from the top.
Yeah,
And she looks at you and just says, "Get us out of here. I can keep us safe."
you got it.
And you guys, at this point, Gregory kind of like shimmies his way out of from where Val is. We are out of initiative. As Gregory speaks up a little bit and just says, "Follow the main road. There's going to be a branching road to the left. Just follow that. I'll guide you once we get there." As that happens, this figure looks at you guys and just says, well, you guys look up, and the figure that's been on top, they still have their bow ready. They're kind of like holding on with one hand, like their free hand, and they seem to be kind of keeping an eye behind. Leather armor. They have a cloak over their head, and so their back is to you. So as you guys from the driver's seat are like looking back to see who this other person is, you have no way of seeing what they look like. Is anybody hurt?
From the back, Buka kind of raises his hand and says, "Hi, my name is Buka, and I am hurt."
Gregory's like, "I am Sir Gregory, and I'm also hurt."
I'm Pierce. I'm hurt a little bit, but I'm okay. You can focus on them for now.
I'm Val, and I'm good.
Okay. No, I looks over at you, Pierce. No worries. And then for Sir Gregory, Pierce, and Buka, you guys all get healed for 8 HP.
Nice.
Let's go.
As she clutches her symbol, you guys get to a point where like you kind of feel like you guys are safe. As the figure that you guys are with speaks up a little bit and just says, "Cat, come on down." Kind of hear like footsteps above as she looks down. As you guys are finally at a point where it's more calm, your heart rate's finally slowed down a little bit. Rain is still coming down, but the actual canopy of the trees is blocking a lot of it, so you're not getting pelted by rain anymore. The one that had been speaking to you speaks up again, and she says, "Well, I feel that introductions are probably in order. So you have all introduced yourself. It's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Talea, and this is my sister." And at this point, she's like cross-legged on top of the actual carriage, but the other figure that's been on top looks at you guys and she says, "And you can call me Catrio now." As you guys are looking at them, you realize that you're looking at identical twins. You are looking at two elves, same kind of features, same kind of like sharp chin, same like elven ears, incredibly like thin face. Biggest difference as you look at them is that Talea, who had done some of the healing, who's in the armor, they look at you and just say, "So you guys met the residents of Ravenford?"
Uka flips his eye patch up and double takes at both of them.
"Oh, your eye works."
Well, yeah. The eye patch is to protect my soul. And why are you guys are the same? Or you guys look the same?
Katrina speaks up, and we're twins, but yeah,
Okay.
Genetics.
Oh, I'm
that's kind of how it works. Yeah.
Buka rubs his eyes. Like, okay. I thought for a second this eye patch was making me see double, but
No.
Wait,
Oh,
so
that's
who
good.
dyes their hair and who has natural, or is this both just?
Katrina speaks up, the one that's she still has like her hood up a little bit, but you can obviously see the hair. I was tired of always saying that I look like my sister, so I wanted a change of looks. I miss your hair.
Edgy.
Thank you. Yeah. See, it's edgy.
I
Listen to
like
her.
it.
Talea speaks up. Okay, I didn't say I didn't like your hair. Okay, so
No,
I
no, no.
don't
It's like two
know.
halves of a whole, like yin and yang. Like
I
it's complementary to each other, like the sun
so
and the moon.
yeah,
Yeah,
Cat. So
I
don't say that I've been saying things. Okay, we'll talk about this later. But you can tell at this point, it's very like sisterly, kind of just
bickering.
100%, even
Okay.
amongst company. And so at that point, Catriona speaks up. She's still in the top. We came to investigate. We had heard some stuff was going on, and we found them yesterday like this. And I mean, luckily they didn't see us, but and then suddenly like her eyes kind of narrow a little bit. You guys don't know what happened, right?
We came to the town in hopes of investigating something of our own, and Pierce turns to the twins and just, how long have you guys been here? When was the first time you encountered these undead?
We caught wind of them yesterday. Talea speaks up a little bit. Yes, we were. So I mean, we're we're from the lake. Like our hometown is on the north side, but we had heard reports of people kind of going missing, and they asked us if we could come help. But this was maybe a week or two ago, and so by the time we got here, there was a stench of undeath, and so we did a little investigating. Cat did a little surveillance for us, and we realized that something had happened. Catriona speaks up a little bit, and so we were kind of trying to go back to Pine Grove and maybe try to figure out if we could get some reinforcements or something like that. But then we heard kind of commotion, and we saw you guys, and we know these undead aren't on horseback, so we figured that you guys had maybe come into town. You guys were tourists or something, and we figured we can't let you guys die. So
We
but
weren't gonna die.
Were we gonna die?
No,
Cat looks at you and just says, I mean, doesn't seem like it, right? But we didn't know that at the time. But I mean, you all seem capable. So
thank you.
Uga looks at him, his scarred body from the encounter. I think I was gonna die. And kind of looks at Gregory. I think we were both gonna die.
Can I put the eye patch over I'm gonna put the eye patch over Buka's mouth.
So Gregory speaks up a little bit and just says, I was die for the cause. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
glad I didn't, but like this is better. I just want to make that clear. Like this is good. Talea speaks up a little bit and just says, yeah, no, this is you all being alive is good. Just know that this is a good thing. But no, we had heard commotion, so we just figured maybe some tourists had come out, and I'll say that most people probably aren't as capable as the people in this carriage, and so we honestly kind of expected to catch a worse sight. No, you guys. Cat speaks up. Yeah, you guys were kicking ass.
I like
Puka,
them.
Puka kicks the air like, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Is Cat
picturing it.
within like handshake distance of me?
yeah.
I'll go for a fighter's, like a warrior's handshake.
Yeah, she goes like full like predator. Like she goes down and she says, "But yeah, no." So you guys, I mean, you guys were are kicking ass, and we still don't know what the hell is going on. But I mean, we have no clue why this even happened. But I mean, we heard some reports of some crazy stuff going down there. We're on the north end. We seem to be avoiding all this. So, but it kind of looks like the whole town's kind of gone to shit.
Yeah. How did you hear about it? If the entire did anybody make it out?
No. Well, and then Talia speaks up. I mean, we had a couple of people, but they no. I mean, we just had reports of people going missing. I mean, us here on the lake, we kind of tend to do a lot of trading within our own kind of communities, and so it's also, I mean, the lake itself is pretty big, but it's a lot of small towns, so
Okay.
like word spreads fairly quickly.
You guys haven't gone swimming at all recently, right? It's you stay out of the lake.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I wasn't maybe like last week went swimming, but
I'd like lean over to Gregory. Did you saw them coming out of the lake too, right?
he nods.
I think you two should, but you guys are like you feel fine. You don't feel like you're losing any type of body warmth or anything like that. I look into their eyes. I want to read their souls.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Can you read souls?
Trying to. Insight. Where are you at? That's gonna be a 17.
Oh, that's really funny. Cat is like hard to like read. Like she's literally like she looks at you and just says, but as you kind of ask that, I'll say you catch it less from Cat, but more from Talea. They kind of like share a glance of like, who are these weirdos?
I lean over to Gregory. She thinks you're weird.
Right. Kind of Gregory kind of like moves to the side a little bit, getting away from Buka. No, but Talea speaks up a little bit. No, I mean obviously there's a lot of craziness that's happened recently, but I mean I feel fine, but also I think I have a little bit of a propensity to do well. I'll just say I tend to do well against these kind of like creatures. So, and then she kind of like touches her holy symbol. Go ahead, you guys, and give me religion checks.
That's gonna be,
Um,
I have
I'll
a
say
minus.
religion or history. I think either.
Okay, I still have a -1.
yeah, that's gonna be a 13 for Buka.
That's a 3.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get different answers depending on what we pick?
For this one, not really, not particularly.
I was gonna say I feel like Pierce would lean towards more of a history thought.
Yeah. I'll say just like what you know about it is, but as far as like the information right now you're gathering,
Yeah.
For anyone that got above a 15 across the board, you notice that her holy symbol is it's a triangle with a circle in the center, and for you guys know that is the symbol of Atia, Atia, also
Okay.
known as Lady Luck.
Luck be a lady tonight.
But very much it's Atia, the deity of like change, of luck, and of merchants. So typically a lot of like merchants will kind of like pray for like good tides and good fortunes. And so they'll pray to Atia a lot of times. But yeah.
Buka did not get above a 15, so I think I just look at it and say, "Wow, is that real? Is that real gold?" And I kind of reach for it.
Yeah, she kind of like moves it so you can like touch it.
I want to assess its value. Can I do that?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Whatever role you think would be like, I kind of like help you with that.
Okay. I think well, probably investigation, right?
I feel like investigation would work.
Yeah. Why did I choose one I don't have a good bonus in? Yeah, it's a 5.
I mean, it has value.
I note that. Very nice.
So
very nice.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but no, I mean, I tend to do a little bit well just with kind of undead. They tend to not be huge fans of a lot of clerics. So,
Oh, you're a cleric.
you know, I I'm a I'm just a believer of Our Lady Atia, but you know, she has served us well in my home in Pine Grove, and least I can do is just kind of offer my services in different ways. And then Cat speaks up a little bit. Yeah, she kisses her ass all the time. She
I was
loves
gonna
her.
say, can Buka tell if if this is like honest humility or if it's false?
Sucking up.
You three could make insight checks if you
Inside check. Come on.
I got
11.
11,
15.
15, and then Pierce
12.
12. She seems genuine, and I think also adding on like Cat's response of yeah, she is obsessed with her. It kind of just like solidifies like yeah, she's a
Yeah.
real believer.
Yeah, she's all in. She's
yeah.
all in on this.
Yeah, Cat's like yeah, she loves her lady or whatever. Lady
Oh.
Atia. Lady kiss my ass. I don't know. But anyways, all I'm saying is that was cool as hell. So you guys are already winners in my books. But it still doesn't answer the question of what the hell is going on.
Did you travel through any other towns? Was this the only town that displayed these symptoms?
I mean, no, I mean as we passed some towns, I think maybe one of them somebody had gone missing, but everybody else seemed to be fine. Why? Did you guys encounter some other places that had that?
No, my worry is that it might be spreading to the other towns.